And so hope you had a good event so far, and so welcome to the learning part, and great to see many familiar names here on the list. All right, so I'm here at Tietoevry, lead functional consultant, specializing especially now in the learning area. And the same webinar practicalities apply as with the other sessions. So you're welcome to post questions. Let's see if we have time at the end of the session to answer them, but if not, then we will reply to them with the email. And session recording will be available, and handouts has been delivered to you. Just one comment there has been some late-minute updates we received from Workday, and those are not visible on your version of the handout. So please reach us out so we can then deliver you the latest version for this learning part of where we have the latest updates. And safe harbor statement applies as always, since we are looking at the future-looking features which are not in production yet. And here the new key features. We are not covering all the features that are coming with the learning, but here are the selected the main features. It's not, let's say it's not a huge release for learning area at this time. Sometimes there can be a lot more. So, but anyway, there are some nice new feature also coming here. And then we have, let's see if we have time to check also the roadmap briefly in the end. All right, let's jump first to the Career Hub in learning. So Career Hub is the Workday's new approach for the employees, how they can plan and manage and really plan their career and their personal development. And now there is also learning will be integrated here. So the workers are able to save learning suggestions that are visible then in the Career Hub plan. And it provides more centralized approach for the employees for the career planning. So they can also see that they can save stuff in their career plan from learning and control and see the status in there. Few configuration steps here. So access the edit tenant setup task, access the maintain learner experience task, adding these new dashboards or sliders there, and then also a new road to your Career Hub plan to the learning items page. But let's jump into the system, have a brief look at here. So first we needed to do the maintain feature edit tenant setup for this one. Edit tenant setup AGM, and check that your learning paths needs to be enabled. So this is also using the learning path functionality. And here in our GMS tenant where I'm logged in as the learning admin, we can see that it's already enabled. So that one is taken care of. And then you need to maintain the learner experience. So learner experience is this home page for the learners, what they open. So this is the maintain learner experience. And let's see what you need to maintain there. Have a look at quickly how that maintenance was done. So maintain learner experience is the task that we use here. Maintain learner experience. Sorry about the typo here. So in this learning homepage, there is this grow your career that needs to be added. And then on the My Learning tab, there also is this learning items in your Career Hub plan. So then it's visible also there. Right, so those are now done already there. And let's see how it looks now on the career, for example, Career Hub. How does it look? So here is the Career Hub. And the learning part is now there, visible there in this plan, in your Career Hub plan. You can see that Logan, who is also a learner besides being an administrator, she has added this course to her Career Hub plan here, and I can show you how they can do it, how it's easy to do. Let's close that one. One is done, and let's go and to the learning homepage. So I am Logan, and I know that there is a course called, let me see what my demo was. For example, GDPR related course that I'm quite interested in. So I would like to add that to the course. Let's go to the Discover section, trying to find this GDPR course that I've heard is really good. And here I see, okay, this is the one that my colleague has been telling me and looks really interesting. Now I don't have time to do it or start it now, but I would like to save it for my plan there. So here you see, here is I can then, this is now using the learning paths part. So we can save it to the Career Hub plan easily from here. And here the system gives a notification it's been saved there. And let's go back, jump to the Career Hub, and let's see, do we have any delay here in the system? So here we see it's now added here, and we can see the status is to do. So we haven't started it yet. But here we would see, for example, when it's completed, the status moves to completed status. Yep. So that was the configurations there. And just to remind you, you have to configure both of these sliders to the learner experience, and you can't create a learning path with the name Career Hub plan. That's since that is being now reserved for this Career Hub standard thing there. It's using this path feature there, and therefore your reference, just that what is changing, what do I need to do, what happens if I do nothing. So again, if you do nothing, you'll see no changes in Workday if you don't enable this. Right. Then the next one, learning course management for assessors, instructors, and location. So with this release, actually, you can now create courses and schedule course offerings without having to specify assessor, instructors, or location. So far you have to, if you are scheduling, for example, score or course offering, you need to assign a instructor and location there. But now this is a functionality that Workday is thinking that maybe sometimes customers want to schedule the offerings, although they don't know yet which location exactly it will be or who will be the instructor. And configuration for this is opt-in. You need to maintain feature opt-in here in the system. So it's an opt-in feature. So here you just go and tag that on, and then you will get the feature available, and you can start creating courses and course offerings and courses without the necessary information. You don't have to mandatory add the instructors or the location there. Let's just have a look at.
Sorry, Sami, I'll just interrupt you here before you start the demo. We have a question in the chat from Antti Korveranta. He's saying, I assume the relation to learning path is only that the save button comes visible when it's enabled. So nothing would be added to learning path when something is added to the Career Hub learning plan, right?
I think that is the, yeah, we can even check that then and come back even after this, after the session. But I'd say that is the functionality. Yeah.
Thank you for the answer, and thanks for the question as well. Please keep them coming.
Yeah. And let's see if we have time in the end of the sessions. We have a bit of a tight schedule now, so but we will definitely answer also then if you don't have time then after the session then with the email. So let's have a quick look of the maintain feature opt-in here. So if this is not familiar for you, then it's quite easy here, maintain feature opt-ins, and here is the one where you can opt into this new feature, so you can then create the courses or course offerings or even lessons without adding the location, instructors, or assessors. At first it sounds a really like very nice thing that, okay, let's do that. But then considerations is that you need to take some consideration. So here just again the wrap up. So what is changing here? So it's create courses, edit courses, tasks, and edit course offering or schedule course offering tasks also. So no need to update these. But then you have to really think then that who will be then responsible of these tasks. Let's say that you schedule a course for maybe some months ahead, and just that you need then to keep in mind that, okay, we have to assign a instructor for the course, of course. So there is a bit of a process that you have to think that, okay, how do we remember that, by the way, we have scheduled now for June a course, but we don't have any location yet, or we didn't assign any instructor yet. So that you can always think that maybe if you want to even the business process manage course offering, if you want to then modify that one, that maybe some of your courses you will anyway always need to assign an instructor or location in any case. But those kind of consideration. And have a look, there's also a what's new post for this, so you can have a look of this. But remember that you don't end up in the situation that you know, okay, we have tomorrow we have the course starting, but we don't have a location or instructor assigned to that one yet. Right. Then next one, virtual classroom integration with Microsoft Teams. Now it's attendance synchronization. And also for your reference, there is the posted, so what's new post, so you get more details also from there. We don't have time to cover all the aspects on these sessions. So this is now the part 2 for this Microsoft Teams integration. So part 1 was the Teams meeting link generation, and now this is the part 2 where we are attendance synchronization. So basically, we get then the when the people attend to the sessions, we get the synchronization of how have they attended the full session or so on. That comes then automatically then to Workday. And here's some configuration set up. As you see, it starts already in the Azure portal. So please check these with your integration and also security specialist. This Azure portal, it's not very complicated, but from experience, it takes time. You might need to also involve your IT department to do this. And then there are some Workday related tasks. Integration system user, create a security groups, and then you need to assign it to the domain. So a heavily security related setup. Create integration system tasks, so that is then maybe you can check it with your integration specialist, and configure some integration attributes for this system. And then the interesting part is here that you can configure the minimum percentage or full attendance for this attendance. So you can get kind of a margin values that how much people have participated in this course. When will they be rated that they have fully attended? When will they attended that they have attended? And when will they register that they have not attended? And here just a few pictures of how this setup is then when you will go to. So for example, here we see that minimum percentage for full attendance means that the person has to attend 80% of the time, and then it will be he or she will be registered as full attended. And then again, the minimum percentage is 40%. So if they attend under 40% percentage, they won't be registered as attended at all. But if they are attending between 40 and 80, they are partially attended. But if they attend over 80% of the session, then they will be registered as full attended. Here are a few pictures also how it looks here. That you see the attendance percentage here in different for your reference. And some examples here, so please have a look at also these. We don't have, I think, not time to go through all of these, but you see them, some examples how you can set up this minimum and maximum attendance. And then if they don't if the learners don't join with the Microsoft Teams meetings, then of course the admin then has to manually update the trading attendance as it has been before as well. So a few notes, additional consideration. Have a look at also those ones. And here again, what happens for your reference, just what is happening, what is changing, what do I need to do? So again, the configuration, please contact also your integration specialist and maybe security specialist as well. And you might need to involve your IT team for this Azure portal registration. And what happens if you do nothing? This is an opt-in integration, so there's no synchronization happening. So system will behave like it was before. Right, sorry about the time. Then briefly, other features. Learning equivalency records. So here, we have this equivalency records. Not sure, not all the customers are using these equivalency records. So when you complete one learning content, it will be equivalent that you have also completed another learning course. So there is this where you can match this, that course A matches course B. So when you complete course A, then you will also get automatically, you have an equivalency record when you go and check course B that actually you have already completed an equivalent record. And here Workday has updated so that if this is more times, you completed it more times than once, you can also now see there, if you complete another course, you can also see that now also in the learning transcript. So when you retake learning content that satisfies the equivalency rules, you will see that also now in the equivalency rules. And also there is this is also automatically available, so you don't need to do anything. So if you have the equivalency records set up, this will then automatically start following up if the learners retake some content that satisfies the equivalence rule. And also a community link to the community post, so you can have a look at this then on your own time, because we are going quite fast through this. And then next one feature, single sign-on for tracking. So you can use the username as a ID for when you're tracking with your external vendors. So this applies again if you're using external vendors. So if your Workday Learning is connected to LinkedIn Learning or Open Sesame or Percipio or Pluralsight, so then you can now start using also Workday username as to make the match that if you that you have completed this course in, for example, in LinkedIn Learning. And what this does is that it makes it more, let's say, reliable, this matching, that, okay, now you have completed, the learner has completed the course in LinkedIn Learning. Because sometimes you need to kind of troubleshoot that why can't we see it in Workday that the person has completed this course in LinkedIn Learning. So there should be less of these troubleshooting cases now when if you decide to start using this username. Also, a community post exists for this one. So what's new post for more information. And please contact your vendor's implementation specialist support team. So this depends what kind of, for example, LinkedIn Learning. It is quite simple for the LinkedIn admin to do this, but anyway, you need to contact them anyway. And this is an opt-in integration. So if you don't opt into this, the option to use the email, maybe you have used that before, if you are connected to your, for example, LinkedIn Learning. So this option will remain available. So this is like an opt-in integration to make it more reliable. And for your reference here, what is changing? What do I need to do? What happens if I do nothing? And really here that the option to use email will remain available. So no concerns about that. And then Open Sesame, that was briefly mentioned already on the previous slides already. So a new learning content provider that can be now integrated to Workday Learning. So Open Sesame. So, and here you see what is the content current landscape. So now we have also now Open Sesame there. And what's new post exists also for this. So please also check this with your integration specialist, maybe if you are using Open Sesame and would like to connect that to Workday. All right, then briefly, I think we are just a few minutes over time, but let's have a quick look about the roadmap. So personal contextual experience, quite many things that Workday is planning there. Maybe most interesting is maybe the learning path curation and sharing. So some more functionality regarding that is planned, and the transcript, maybe some new design for the learner transcript, and enrollment flows also being more graphical, more for the learner to see where they are on this enrollment process and flow. And about agility, maybe interesting here, audience management for learning campaigns, some maybe further enhancements there coming, and for programs maybe some enhancements coming in the future. But again, here we have the safe harbor, so no definite dates yet. And scale and extensibility. Here I would like to highlight the Google Calendar, which I know many of the customers are waiting to this Google Calendar integration. So that is there. I know there are some the other areas. There are already some Google Calendar integration. So that should be coming to learning area as well pretty soon. All right. Thank you for joining. And Mintu, over to you. Feedback is highly valued, and if you have any questions, please contact us